Uh-oh. That's not good. It looks like Shrew is now sick, but it's still the middle of the night, so we are gonna sleep a little while longer. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fate Trials, where the pups are nearly grown. They're all over 19 pounds, but Shrew is sick. Of course, we're playing with Rat and the Ragged Pack, and before we do too much more, I'm actually gonna go ahead and roll because we have what's actually probably gonna be our final challenge. We're very close to the end of this litter, so I'm gonna roll for that, and we'll see what the last challenge is. Oh boy, alright, this is a little bit of a challenging one. So today we cannot directly mark territory or raise affinity. We rolled a 4 for this, so no howling, no emoting to the pups or mate, which is going to be hard to do, not do on instinct, but we can still hunt or growl or use woof and squeak. We just can't raise the affinity, so... Oh, I mean, it kind of works out. I guess the territory's not horrendous. I would like to still feed the pups, but I think what I'm gonna do is try to make that fast. We will leave Tatter back with them, because remember, if, goodness, oh, mouse. Oh, no, mouse, go back in the grass. If the affinity drops, we really can't get it back up, but ideally we'll be spending some time here with Shrew anyway, so as long as Tatter stays with them... Tatter, no, we need the affinity, please, I'm begging you. Tatter, no, I love you, but please watch our children. Tatter, please. Tatter? Is he? Okay, I think he still counts as being back with them. Alright. Well, let's make this quick. We gotta find something to hunt and eat and bring back. Actually, a moose calf might not be bad if we can find one. We'll see if this is a moose calf, because that'd be a lot of food for the pups, and that would be very good if so. Oh, here we are. We do have a moose calf, so that's good. I think we should try to go for this, because we can bring back a moose calf. It is across the river, but the river should be low enough that we have some crossing points. This will feed the pups. I mostly just want to make sure we get the feeding done, because I think otherwise we'll be okay. We can kind of just lay low. This is a challenge, though, because the moose like to really guard their babies, and a moose kick is not something you want to be on the receiving end of. It's not gonna go well for you. At least we have freedom to hunt what we want today. Oh, no, you don't. Leave me be. Oh, she's running out in front. That's good. That's good. That'll give us the chance to get some bites in. Really? From a moose calf? Are you kidding me? Goodness. Alright, well, as long as we don't get kicked by the mother as well. I don't even see the mother. Oh, there she is. Alright. We've got it down low enough. This is a den. We are right on top of a den here. Holy crud. Alright, yeah, there we go. She was far enough away. Okay. Well, despite her leg injury... Poor Rat, that's just not not great, the greatest of mornings so far. Let's bring this back. We'll see if maybe we can find some mule deer fawns as well, because ideally... Well, is Tatter... I saw him eat during the night. Tatter might actually be fine. As long as we can bring back food to the pups, then I think we mostly just need to worry about making sure Rat has a little bit of food. It is close to the end of the year, but again, I like to play as if it's not. We like to handle things as if the story would continue, because, of course, for the characters, it would. We don't get to see all of it yet. We don't have Saga yet, but at some point, we will get to see it all the way through, and so I don't like to stop playing in the in-between. I like to imagine that life does just go on for them. I think this is a crossing. I sure hope so, because we are going to take it. Okay, good. Would have been very sad if we had dropped our calf in there. I've gotten decent at fishing them back out of the lake. And, well, maybe not the lake, but rivers. But nevertheless, you can still permanently lose them there, and I always live in fear of it, because I've done that a couple of times, and that's really not what we want. But I think the affinity is at 97, okay, so it's really not too far down. That'll be okay, I think. Let's just bring this back. We'll see if we can find one other thing for Rat to munch on, and then we'll probably just kind of hang out here and keep an eye on Shrew. How is she doing? 76. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's really not good. I'm gonna leave this hair here too, and I hear stranger wolves howling, which is also not ideal. But between this amount, well, I can't join you in this howling. Between this amount of food, I think we'll be fine. Tatter, please. Tatter, stay with the babies. Tatter, stay with our babies. All right, I think we're good as long as he doesn't... He's going back. Okay, let's see if we can find something else for Rat, and then maybe this will be a very chill and normal final day. You think? You think we'll get that? You think everything will stay nice and peaceful for a little bit? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I see those deer. Is that... No, that's a coyote. No, those are coyotes. What are you guys doing over there? You better not be hecking around with my my babies. But the mule deer definitely jumped in here as well. Did they go to the other side? I guess we'll try to go around the lake here. I don't want to swim all the way across. Well, I definitely lost the trail of the mule deer that I was following earlier. Oh, unless it picked up over here, which maybe it did, but I do smell a moose, and in fact, I think that's a moose calf, so I guess we'll hunt another moose today. We've got the leg injury. Oh, here's the mule deer. Oh. That's just a doe, though. Yeah, it's just two does. All right, let's find this, find the moose, because I definitely smell one over this way? Question mark? Where has this moose gone? No, not the moose also going into the water, although I think maybe they came back out of it. Yes, look. The trail, that's a totally different one. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh my goodness, why are there so many moose tracks around here? This might be the one that we were trailing, though. I think it actually is. Yes, there's a moose calf right here. Okay. Well, that'll be good for us. So we can go ahead and do a quick hunt, and then we'll spend the rest of the day with Shrew. Try to just take it easy. Shrew is actually our smallest baby at the moment at 9.3. Shrew and a possum both. And Shrew's down below 70% health, which is not great. I hope this resolves itself today, because otherwise we're going to be in it for a bad time, potentially. This looks like a rapid illness. Okay, we got our first bite there. That has him on the run. Don't go in the water, no! And don't go straight into my rendezvous site either. That would also... Whoa, okay, not be ideal. I guess turning around I should be thankful for. Oh no, don't go in the water! No! Oh, he still took damage, excuse me! Are you kidding? They both just dove into the water. They're very good swimmers, too. Well, I guess we're following them. The mother is booking it. They're both booking it, and I don't think Rat is capable of going that fast. You just had to pick the most frustrating place to go, didn't you? Of course you did. Of course, when we're on a time crunch. This is the way of things, I guess. But maybe if we're cautious, we can surprise the baby before it has a chance to rejoin. Nope, that's not happening. No, I was hoping we'd be able to catch up before it got too close, but I think it's going to run right back over to her, and we're just going to have to repeat this whole shenanigan on the other side. Oh, nope, the mother is still kind of far ahead, though. For a little bit, at least. All right, we should stop biting now. Oh, goodness. All right, well... At least she passed us. We should be able to get almost all the damage done. Just one or two more bites will do it. I think probably just one, and I don't want to be up against the wall like that. That would not be ideal. As long as she outpaces the baby, though, we should be fine. We can snag one final bite here. Yes, there we go. We're gonna have to walk all the way around the lake. Thank you, moose. But now we should be able to settle down for the day, which will hopefully the rest of it be less eventful. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, I think we can still grab it. I did not realize that was going to be a swimming portion. Are you kidding? All right. At least we still made it across, but... Oh, goodness. Okay, the reason I brought this back, too, is that I do want to leave it here for the pups as well. I mean, I guess they really did not finish much of that other carcass, did they? But we want to make sure we have ample food for everybody. This may have been slightly overkill, actually. But thankfully the affinity is not too low. So I think we're just going to spend some time here. And hopefully that will help our dear Shrew a little bit as... Okay, she's already up to 19.4, so I definitely think overnight she'll probably reach 20 pounds, but we'll see. She's not out of the woods yet. Oh dear. I was sending the pups into the grass just for the sake of safety, and apparently... Whoops, watch out, mouse. Apparently that was a good idea, because I just had a feeling. Nope. You know what? No. Time for death. You don't get to do this. You do not get to do this. This will be your demise. You do not get to attack my pups and get away with it. That's not how this works. Your kind is not welcome here. If you're gonna cause problems, you're gonna have a problem with me. So, yes. You have made the last mistake you're ever going to make. Rat, I don't think, takes too kindly to the various predators, especially to coyotes. They're just, I don't know. they're so stubborn. She's the only one who's allowed to have a Chihuahua's spirit. They are... I think she sees them as a worse mirror of herself. Like, they think they're going to cause shenanigans despite being at a clear disadvantage here, and yet they still have the audacity to run in and think that they can take a pup. No, absolutely not. You don't get to do that. You have also led us a lot farther away from my babies than I would like to be, so that's great. That's great. I not appreciative of that one. Goodness gracious, look at this storm too. But nope, you die now. Are we gonna get that final bite? Nope, we're not. One or two more will do it. So yeah, goodbye. All right, let's return now that the interloper has been dealt with, and we will spend the rest of our energy, which we don't have a whole lot of. We are like 18% wakefulness with the pups before heading back to sleep. All right, well, our energy has run out. You can see that paw print is about to fade. So we're gonna let Rat get some sleep. I hope we're pretty close. I think we'll be fine, but we'll see. We'll see if we have to roll one final challenge for the next day here or not. And hopefully, oh, Shrew is at 50% though. That's not optimal. All right, I guess we're gonna see what happens. Oh, stranger wolves, apparently. All right, well, it's still technically that night, so I'm not going to roll a new challenge yet. We're quite close. That said, Shrew's health is not looking good. I didn't see exactly what it is, but right now, this is the bigger issue. Get out of here. Who the heck was it? Prospect Peak, 4M and 3M. You guys heck off. I guess because we didn't mark our territory yesterday, they got some funny ideas about all of it. But we'll go ahead, we'll sleep again, and... oh, I suppose we'll see what happens. Oh, 20% is not great. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, no. Well, that's a bitter note to leave off on. We were so close. Well, it looks like 4 of them have survived at least. Out of 7, that's really not... oh man. We had a rough time with the sickness this time around. And that one really bad eagle attack as well. But that's going to conclude Rat's first litter. We're not going to be running an air poll for it this time, though, so don't go away. We will be actually popping over to check out the pups right now, so you guys will see that in just a second here. And here we are. Oh, goodness. I'd forgotten that the first 2 were too young to even have their names, and... Shrew was almost old enough to survive that illness. This was definitely kind of a rough run, and some of it definitely was Rat's challenges too, especially 4F and 2M. That was the day, well, one of them died to illness, but one of them was taken by an eagle during one of the days when we weren't allowed to move the pups in the den, and unfortunately that created a pretty bad situation. And Shrew, I'm sorry, you were so close to adulthood. But I suppose she just wasn't quite close enough. -2 health. That doesn't surprise me. And I don't recall exactly which one. You have perfectly neutral stats, goodness. I don't recall, I think it was 2M who was taken by the eagle and 4F who died of illness, which would make sense because, once again, that -2 health. But let's go ahead, we'll look at the survivors here. Again, we're not going to be doing an air poll this time around. We might in the future, depending on what happens with the Ragged Pack, but we're going to be doing more litters for Rat too, so her story hopefully isn't going to be over anytime soon. Ideally, we'll be back for some future seasons of it, but I might make a few revisions to the challenge just to polish it out. And starting off here, we do have Skunk, who has that -1 strength, 2 speed, and -1 health, but neutral stamina. We also have a Possum with 0 strength, -2 stamina, 1 speed, and 1 health, which may have helped him survive his illness. We have Mouse, who has -2 strength, but 1 speed and 1 health. And we also have Mink, who has -1 health, but 1 speed. Of course, too, we have Rat and Tatter. Here's their stats and their looks again, if you want to see that. They're both kind of scrappy, beat-up looking wolves, that's for sure. It's Rat who has a -2 health that we've seen pop up a few times, and Tatter has -1 stamina. But I'm going to go ahead, we will age the surviving pups up, and we'll take a look at them as adults. All right, and starting off here, we do have Skunk. This is the 10M Founder's Coat. It's that kind of goldeny one. She definitely didn't turn out looking too much like a skunk, but she's still very pretty. She has that genetic gray coat color, kind of bronzy colored eyes. Doesn't actually seem to have too many customizations, though, from what I can see. We'll take a closer look in a second, but first let's listen to her howls. A bit of a higher pitched one, and then for her secondary, slightly more mid-ranged. Now, I don't see anything here. Again, this is not necessarily an actual air poll, but ordinarily, if you're a member of Patreon, oops, I didn't mean to turn that on. Ordinarily, if you're a member of Patreon, a sub on Twitch, or a channel member here on YouTube, you have the opportunity to submit ideas for customizations in the Discord server, but we're not necessarily going to be doing that for these guys unless we know if we're going to have somebody continue on the Ragged Pack in the future. You already saw her stats, and of course, she is the offspring of Rat and Tatter, so the 2F member of the pack. That is Skunk. Next up, we've got a Possum. And a Possum has kind of a familiar coat. We've seen this one pop up a few times. It's the Middle Gray from Lamar Canyon. Definitely one of my favorites of the 2.7 coats. Very, very striking one. Quite a handsome lad with these kind of greeny eyes, too. Not just the pure yellow. They've got a slight tint to them. We'll listen to his howls here as well. Oh, that's a bit of a higher one, and then his secondary here. That one's really a higher one. Again, I don't see customizations. No, it doesn't look like any of these. Oh, slightly fluffy tail, looks like. Yeah, I guess he does have kind of a fluffy tail. That's a little bit contrasting to his name. None of these pups have super lived up to it, actually. But yeah, real opossums have pretty skinny little tails. I guess he has a fluffier one, though. Of course, too, you saw his stats earlier. That +1 health may have helped him survive his illness. And he was the 3M member of the Ragged Pack, the offspring of Rat and Tatter. That's a Possum. Next up we have Mouse. And what a pretty little thing she is. I don't recognize this coat. Is this? I think that's an NPC coat. Oh, it would have been fitting if she got the mouse coat from Gorgeous Grays. I don't actually know which one this is. It's got a really pretty black tip. Some of you guys probably will recognize it and be able to tell me, but I'm not as versed with the newer NPC codes. We haven't had as much time to see them pop up. Very exciting that she got one of them, though. It is a genetic gray coat. It definitely really suits her, I think. She also has these very pretty brown eyes. I love the detail on the face, how it's kind of modeled. This is a really pretty coat. We'll go ahead, we'll listen to her howls here too, though. A bit of a higher pitched one there, and then for her secondary. Also a higher pitched one. Both very nice howls for sure. I don't notice any obvious customizations. Maybe she has some of these as well. No. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Not a lot of customizations here. So far, Opossum is the only one who's gotten one. There are her stats too, of course, and she is the 3F member of the pack, the offspring of Rat and Tatter. And finally, last but not least, we have Mink. And Mink has that very first original coat, so just the standard brown one, but the new version of it. Very, very pretty. Oh, and I think I see a crooked tail there, so she might break the trend of not having very many customizations. Another genetic gray coat. She has very dark eyes. I think she has the darkest eyes out of any of the pups that we've seen, or maybe it's just that her coat is lighter and makes them stand out more. But let's also listen to her howls here. Oh, it looks like she got the first one, so the classic nostalgia howl. Ah, yes, that one's been with us from the start, and it definitely brings back some memories. As for her secondary, that one is this. Ooh, a bit of a deeper, pretty dramatic howl. Definitely a fun one. Now, I don't know about ear customizations. I'm not noticing any, but I definitely think she has the crooked tail. Yep, a little bit of an inward curve. That always makes them look a little bit nervous. Looks like their tail is tucked, but it's just the customization. And of course, her stats here, that +1 speed, -1 health. You guys saw that earlier. She's the 5F member of the pack, the offspring of Rat and Tatter. With that, I hope you guys have enjoyed Season 1 of the Fate Trials. I definitely want to bring this back. I might do a few revisions first, but we will be returning to it in the future at some point to see the further adventures of Rat and the Ragged Pack. We also, if you guys missed that the last time, we have a sticker available on my Ko-fi shop. So if you want to get your own Rat sticker, that is now available for purchase just in time for Christmas, as that's coming up next month too. But with that, we'll go ahead. We'll leave this off here for today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.